What's up, guys? Today we're going to be doing an ABS delete on my 94 Z28. The reason we're doing that is I don't have any room for it. I don't have the room for the stock ABS pump with the turbo kit. So, a couple of tools you're going to need. I think I'm going to need this flaring tool. I'm not 100% sure because it looks like it'll work with just the stock lines, but I got it just in case. And I got a tubing cutter here. Definitely gonna need a couple of these right here. Okay, so I got the 12 and 11 combo, and I got a 14 and 13 combo. I'm pretty sure they're metric on the lines on the car. So let me get over there and I'm gonna show you what I'm working with. All right, so ignore the mess here as far as wiring goes. This is just all temporary crap for the two-step box. So we got a line lock mechanism, and then we have a Willwood brake proportioning valve. Okay, we're going to delete this entire pump right here to get rid of all this dead weight, extra space. Plus I need the room for my charge pipe coming from here down into the hole here. I physically cannot fit one right here. And then it's just going to clean up a lot of stuff here. So what you're going to do is take these lines off. So you got two fronts here, 1 and 2. I know it looks like it's leaking, but I just cracked them loose here just to make sure before I started doing this. You got two fronts and a rear on mine. Okay, mine's a 3-channel ABS unit, and then you got the two lines right here, and these are going to be 12s, and then I think this one is a 13 if I'm not mistaken. Nope, it's a 14. Okay, so we got a 14 on this one, so they're already loose. I'm probably going to make a big mess here, but I don't have anything to suck that out with. Highly recommend you getting like a turkey baster or something and sucking all the fluid out. But I'm not going to crack these loose, which I thought it was. I'm not going to. I already cracked that one loose right there, and I've tightened it back up. But just take them off from here, because this is going to go just like this. And it's going to sit down there. You're also going to need something to drive in some self-tapping screws, but we'll get to that point when we get to that point. So let me take all this off right here. I'm just going to crack all these loose right here. All these 3 lines go down and then kind of spread out. But yeah, let me get all of these loose real quick, and then we'll go from there. Alright, so you can see how much room this actually leaves us. This is quite a bit of room here. I mean, you've got a ton of room. I'm going to clean all this wiring up. I'm going to get it all out of the way too. You got a couple of connectors here. I'm just going to zip tie these out of the way, probably down here, and then this one too. I was reading on a forum that there is a way to get rid of the ABS light as well. You have to ground B2 on the dark green connector. I think it's under the dash, but I'm going to see if it's this one. It might be this one right here. So if I can just ground this right here and get rid of the ABS light, it'd be perfect. So let me mount up these right here. Do a little time lapse on them. Show you how they're going to be mounted. And then I'm going to see if I can reuse these. I may have to cut them, but I'm not sure. I lost the instructions. So I'm just kind of winging it, and I'm just kind of guessing off of pictures here. So yeah, let me set the camera up again, and we'll go from there. All right, so you can see I got them on there. It's kind of how it's gonna go. Gonna self-tapper it right there, so I'm gonna mark it and self-tap it right there. And this one goes right there on the side of that one, so I think you're gonna have to drill that out with something. It looks like I lost a nut somewhere, so I don't know where the nut is for this, so I'll have to try to find that. Now you have this union, or this T right here for the front one. So what I'm gonna try to do is try to put it in there real quick, and then I'm probably gonna just bend a line down or just try to hide them a little bit. I think that's what I'm gonna try to do. I don't think I want to cut these. I've read that they're pretty hard to cut, which I don't really mind, but you know, hey, the less work I gotta do, the better. It looks like I got it dripping right there, so I'm just gonna let it drip. I'm gonna clean it all up. Make sure you clean up brake fluid with water. It'll actually kind of kill it, you know. But yeah, don't force those lines in there. Don't do what I just did, was I actually tried to have these on here already and just kind of line them up. No, don't do that. Just put the lines on first, all bare, put them in there first, and then line them up right here, and it'll go the way you want it. I figured it out. So as you can see, you got different ends on these. So I got a fine thread, a coarse thread, a coarse thread. I got a big line and two small lines. So the two small lines are going to be the front, the big one's going to be the rear. Okay. This is what you need to do. You need to cut them wherever you want. Okay. So what I'm going to do is cut them. I'm going to cut them probably right here and just join them right here. So I'm probably going to try to bend it a little out of the way right here. I don't have a bender, but I do have wrenches, and I think a wrench will just work as long as you don't kink it really hard. Just make a nice, you know, a round bend. But I think it'll look good right here. And then it'll go to the front one, which is this one. So, and they provide you with these extra ones right here too. So you're just gonna have to flare these as well. So you already have one end that's flared, but you need to cut this one to fit. So this will work for this one. And then it's got a rear brake one as well, and it's already bent, and it just needs a flare and a union or a thingamawopper on the end. And it comes with a bunch of these too. So I'm gonna go ahead and set the camera up again, and then we're gonna start cutting and flaring these. I got them all flared. Man, like sometimes, you know, you just feel like an idiot, and I'm like, why is this thing not flaring? Well, I figured it out, so they're good. Took me a couple tries, but I got it. So I'll just figure I'll show you guys what I do. All right. So put your, I don't have a barrel or a another one of these nuts. So I'm just going to demonstrate how to do it. So let me set this thing up real quick. Go right here. Okay, so pick your appropriate size. So this one is just a 1/4 inch, all right? So you get these little thingamawhoppers right here. You got this thingamawhopper right here. And then what you're gonna do They're all numbered on here, so you got quarter, you got 3/16, 3/8, 5/16, and so on. So on this Camaro, we're going to be using 3/16 and 1/4 inch. So this is a 1/4 inch one. Put it on there, like so. Put this thing right here. Kind of finger tight them. And then this little nub right here is going to go on the inside. But you don't just set it up there and do it. You need to measure it. So I had all this stuff correct. So there's a little space right there. So I'm going to move it down a little bit. Or move this tool up. And then I'm going to measure it. That looks pretty good. That's not bad, but it needs to come back up a little. Right there. It doesn't need to be perfect. So, boom. I'm going to stick this in, or first I'm going to tighten this thing up. So I'm going to use my handy dandy electric ratchet here for demonstration purposes. Boom. Alright. Let me get the vise thing. So it'll slide on there just like so. I put anti-seize on every one of these tools like this so it doesn't gall up all them threads. Like, just put some anti-seize on there. It'll save your butt, definitely. Because it gets a little hot in there. Oh, go the other way. It's got a little nick in the threads there. So back it all the way out. And then we're going to try to put it on there so it goes on there like so. And let me get it tightened and I'll show you guys. Okay. So you should have something like this now. All right. You can see it kind of starting in there, and there's a little space in there that you can that little plunger or whatever you want to call it goes in. All right. So you can do it with this if you want, if you have a strong enough ratchet. So I'm just gonna pop it down. All right. Tightened all the way down. I'm gonna loosen it up. And don't take it out of the vise here. That was my mistake. I was taking it out of the vise. Sometimes reading instructions is hard. So, it's going to look like this now. You got a little bit bigger hole, and you're going to be thinking to yourself, why in the hell is it not flared? Well, it started. That's all that little tool is for, is to start the flare, okay? Well, the rest of the flare is going to be done with this right here. I'm going to slide it back on there again. I'm going to tighten it up. You can see it going in there. So on the car is a little different. It kind of sucks on the car, but I'm glad I cut them where I cut them at. I'd rather bend tubing than cut this stuff. So I'm gonna switch my thing to tighten again. All right, so it should have a nice flare on it. If I can undo this. Oh my God, come on, there we go. All right, so it pushed it in there. So it does not have a good flare on it. You're just gonna have to practice with it. You know, this piece may have some brake cleaner on it, and it may not have gripped really good in the vise. It's kind of hit or miss, but it did not flare, as you can see. This is the trouble I was having with it. So go ahead and clean your line real good so that thing can clean. So that's another step that I forgot to do. But at the end, you should have something similar to this right here. If you don't, you just need to keep redoing it and messing with it. It took me a while to figure out, I say a while, about 30 minutes to figure out what the hell I was doing wrong. So, there's your today's tech tip. This thing, it goes really good. It actually cuts pretty good. I like these little pocket cutters, man. You just put it in there, line it up, put some tension on it, go all the way around, put some more tension on it, keep going around, and just keep going until you get a little cut with it. So let's do it like that. Tighten it up some more, cut it. It'll cut through. It'll just take a little bit. Let's do it real quick for you. Tighten it up some more. Tighten it up a little bit more. Alright. There we go. And then boom. I cut a little sliver off. Just like that. Alright, let me finish installing this ABS Delete kit. everything bolted up. Man, I'm pretty satisfied with it. I gotta drill this through here. I'm gonna do that later. I am not worried about it right now. I gotta get this intercooler pipe made and stuff. Oh man, yeah, learning curve as always with this stuff. So I still have to wire in the line lock, the switch. I guess this is the button for doing something. Oh, this is SJM. It's the manufacturer of it. It's got some wiring and stuff in this kit, so that's all right. For the proportioning valve, you got the bolts that go through there. So I just got to drill that stuff out. So not a big deal, but I am not doing that right now because I am sweating profusely, and I want to go inside and get some sweet tea. So anyway, I hope this helps somebody out installing this. Like I said, I didn't have any instructions with it. I don't know what happened to them. I know I've seen them before, but yeah. All you gotta do is wire this stuff up right here. So this is just a line lock right here. Proportioning valve again. The hardest part was kind of learning how to flare brake lines. I've never done that stuff before, so it gives you plenty of line if you want to cut them down here as well. If you wanted to cut them down there, you could. You can make everything union down there. I did not want to do that. I'm not getting down there. No, nope. Let's do it right here. That's fine. Looks cool to me. I got plenty of room now for activities. Put my charge pipe right there. I'm gonna wrap my my wastegate. I gotta make a screamer pipe for it, so this gives me room for the screamer pipe now. If I need to change the turbo or maintenance the turbo now, I can actually reach these bolts instead of fiddling with them. So plenty of room. If you're gonna turbocharge your F-body, your LT1 F-body, definitely delete the ABS. That's if you're doing the underhood kit like this. Look at all the room. There's so much room. You know, and I saved, I don't know, 10 pounds probably. Yay. I'll just make up for that in power. I'll just overpower the weight. That's how you do it. Anyway, thanks for watching, guys. Really appreciate it. Subscribe, hit the like button, comment. If you have any questions, comment down below. I try to answer everything. Catch you guys on the next one.